Have you ever felt like your body just isn't responding the way it used to? Maybe you wake up feeling a bit sluggish, and even if you try to get things going, there's a stubborn lack of enthusiasm, especially where it matters most in the bedroom. It's a frustrating reality for many men over 60, isn't it? That spark, that vitality, that firmness that once felt so natural seems to have dimmed. You might be eating what you think is healthy, perhaps starting your day with a fruit-filled breakfast, believing you're doing your body a favor. But what if I told you that some of those very fruits, the ones sitting innocently on your breakfast plate, could be silently sabotaging your masculine vigor? It's a surprising truth, and it's something most people don't even consider. In this video, we're going to uncover 7 common fruits that, when eaten for breakfast, could actually be contributing to erectile dysfunction and dampening your overall energy. You'll discover why these seemingly healthy choices might be working against you, and what you can do instead to reclaim your vitality. Make sure to watch right to the very end, because I've got a powerful revelation that will truly surprise you. Let's begin with the first fruit on our list, one that often appears in fruit bowls or even on breakfast buffets, seemingly harmless and refreshing grapes. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Grapes are natural. They grow on vines. Surely they're good for you, and yes, in moderation and as part of a balanced diet. Grapes do offer some benefits. They contain antioxidants, for instance, which are wonderful for fighting off damaging free radicals in the body. But here's where the problem often lies, especially for men over 60, and particularly when grapes are chosen as a primary breakfast item. Grapes, especially the popular seedless varieties, are packed with a significant amount of natural sugar, mostly fructose and glucose. And because they're so small and easy to pop into your mouth, it's incredibly easy to eat a large quantity without even realizing it. A cup of grapes, for instance, can contain around 15 to 20 grams of sugar, and many of us, myself included, often eat more than a cup without thinking twice. When you start your day with a big serving of these sugary delights, especially on an empty stomach, your body experiences a rapid surge in blood sugar. Imagine it like a sugar roller coaster, a quick climb to the top, followed by a sharp and sudden drop. For men over 60 who are already more prone to insulin resistance or prediabetes, these frequent blood sugar spikes can be particularly damaging. Over time, these spikes and crashes put a tremendous strain on your pancreas, leading to consistently high insulin levels. And what does high insulin do? It can contribute to inflammation throughout your body, including your delicate blood vessels. When the blood vessels that supply blood to your penis become inflamed, stiff, or narrowed, it directly impacts your ability to achieve and maintain an erection. It's a foundational element of erectile dysfunction, poor blood flow. So, while grapes might seem innocent, their high sugar content, especially when eaten in large quantities for breakfast, can be a silent saboteur of your intimate health, gradually eroding the very vascular integrity you need for strong erections. Instead of a bowl of grapes alone, consider pairing a smaller portion with something that helps slow down sugar absorption, like a handful of nuts, a dollop of Greek yogurt, or some scrambled eggs. This provides protein and healthy fats that stabilize your blood sugar, turning a potentially harmful breakfast into a more balanced and body-friendly meal. Moving on to our second fruit, another incredibly popular breakfast choice that many people believe is the perfect healthy start to their day, the humble banana. Bananas are convenient, they're affordable, and they're often touted for their potassium content, which is indeed important for heart health and muscle function. They give you a quick burst of energy, which seems ideal when you're trying to get going in the morning. However, just like grapes, the issue with bananas, especially very ripe ones, comes down to their sugar content and how rapidly that sugar is absorbed into your bloodstream, particularly when eaten alone for breakfast. A medium-sized ripe banana can contain anywhere from 14 to 17 grams of sugar, mostly glucose and fructose, with relatively little fiber compared to, say, berries or apples with their skins on. When you eat a banana by itself, especially a very ripe one that has converted more of its starches to sugar, your body quickly breaks down these simple carbohydrates. This leads to that familiar blood sugar spike. And again, for men over 60, these frequent morning sugar surges can be quite detrimental to long-term vascular health. Chronic exposure to high blood sugar levels can damage the inner lining of your arteries, a process called endothelial dysfunction. The endothelium is the smooth lining of your blood vessels, and it plays a crucial role in producing nitric oxide, a compound absolutely essential for vasodilation, the widening of blood vessels. When nitric oxide levels are low, or its production is impaired due to damaged blood vessels, blood flow to the penis is compromised, making it difficult to achieve and maintain an erection. Think of your blood vessels as flexible pipes. When they become stiff, inflamed, and less responsive due to consistent sugar assaults, they can't do their job effectively. So, that seemingly healthy banana, eaten alone day after day, can be contributing to the very vascular problems that lead to erectile dysfunction. If you love bananas, you don't necessarily have to cut them out entirely. The key is to enjoy them strategically. Instead of a standalone banana, pair it with a source of protein and healthy fats. Slice it up and add it to a small bowl of plain Greek yogurt with a sprinkle of chia seeds, or have it alongside some scrambled eggs and a slice of avocado. This combination slows down the sugar absorption, prevents that dramatic blood sugar spike, and provides sustained energy without the vascular damage. It's about balance and understanding how different foods interact with your body, especially as you get a little older and your body's metabolism shifts. And that brings us to our third seemingly innocent breakfast fruit, one that screams tropical paradise and healthy living, the glorious mango. Mangoes are undeniably delicious, sweet, and packed with vitamins A and C, which are excellent for your immune system and skin health. They bring a burst of sunshine to any meal. However, for all their vibrant appeal, mangoes are another fruit that comes with a significant sugar load, especially when consumed in the generous portions we often prefer. And particularly at breakfast, just one medium-sized mango can contain upwards of 45 to 50 grams of natural sugar. To put that into perspective, that's more sugar than a can of soda now. Of course, it's natural fruit sugar, and it comes with fiber, which is better than refined sugar, but the sheer quantity, especially on an empty stomach in the morning, still poses a challenge for your blood sugar regulation, particularly if you're over 60. Eating a large portion of mango for breakfast can send your blood sugar soaring, leading to that same rapid increase in insulin that we discussed with grapes and bananas. And the consistent pattern of these morning sugar spikes, day after day, year after year, contributes to a state of chronic low-grade inflammation and oxidative stress throughout your body. Oxidative stress is like rust forming on the inside of your blood vessels, and inflammation is the body's response to that damage. Both of these processes are significant contributors to atherosclerosis, the hardening and narrowing of arteries, which is the primary cause of erectile dysfunction. Your penis relies on healthy, flexible arteries to allow robust blood flow for an erection. If these arteries are constantly subjected to sugar-induced inflammation and oxidative stress, they become stiff and less capable of dilating effectively. So, while a mango might seem like a burst of healthy sweetness, consuming it in large quantities for breakfast can be a subtle but steady path towards compromising your vascular health and, by extension, your erectile function. If you love mangoes, and there's no reason not to, enjoy them in smaller, controlled portions. Think of them as a treat or a flavorful addition rather than the main event of your breakfast. Pair a smaller slice of mango with a hearty, protein-rich breakfast like eggs, or mix a few cubes into plain Greek yogurt with some nuts. The protein and healthy fats will help blunt that rapid sugar spike, giving you the flavor and some of the nutrients without the damaging blood sugar roller coaster. It's all about mindful consumption and understanding the impact of these seemingly healthy choices on your overall health as you age. Now that we've discussed grapes, bananas, and mangoes and their potential impact on your morning routine and intimate health, let's turn our attention to another very common breakfast culprit, one that many people mistakenly believe is a cornerstone of a healthy start: commercial fruit juices. Even those labeled 100% natural or not from concentrate, the marketing on these products can be incredibly misleading, suggesting they're just as good as eating whole fruit. But there's a world of difference. When you juice a fruit commercially, you strip away most, if not all, of its precious fiber. Fiber is absolutely vital because it acts like a natural speed bump in your digestive system, slowing down the absorption of sugar into your bloodstream. Without that fiber, what you're left with is essentially a concentrated dose of liquid sugar. Think about how many oranges it takes to make just one glass of orange juice, often 3 or 4. Would you sit down and eat 4 whole oranges for breakfast? Probably not. And if you did, the fiber from all those oranges would help slow down the sugar absorption. But with juice, you gulp down the sugar from those 4 oranges in a matter of seconds. This leads to an extremely rapid and dramatic spike in your blood sugar levels. Your body gets hit with a huge influx of sugar all at once, triggering a significant insulin response. Over time, consistently starting your day with these high sugar, fiber-devoid beverages can lead to chronic high blood sugar, insulin resistance, and systemic inflammation. This constant assault on your vascular system is incredibly damaging to the delicate blood vessels that supply blood to your penis. They become stiff, less elastic, and unable to dilate properly when needed. Remember, strong erections depend entirely on healthy, responsive blood flow. If your blood vessels are constantly inflamed and damaged by sugar, achieving and maintaining that firmness becomes a real challenge. Furthermore, the liver has to work overtime to process all that liquid fructose, which can contribute to fatty liver disease and other metabolic issues, all of which indirectly impact hormone balance and overall health, including intimate health. So, while a glass of orange juice might seem refreshing, it's far from the health elixir it's portrayed to be, especially for men over 60 looking to protect their erections. The best alternative is to eat the whole fruit. If you enjoy citrus, peel an orange and eat all the segments, getting all that beneficial fiber. If you truly crave juice, make your own fresh juice at home using a small portion of fruit and adding in vegetables like celery or cucumber to dilute the sugar and boost nutrients. But even then, it's best consumed alongside a meal with protein and healthy fats, not as a standalone breakfast. Our 5th fruit category to reconsider for breakfast, and one that trips up a lot of people striving for healthy eating, is dried fruits. These include popular choices like raisins, dates, dried apricots, dried cranberries, and prunes. On the surface, they seem like a healthy, convenient snack or addition to oatmeal or cereal. After all, they're just fruit. Right, but here's the crucial difference: when fruit is dried, its water content is removed, which drastically concentrates its natural sugars. Imagine a bunch of grapes shrinking down to tiny raisins. All the sugar from those grapes is now packed into a much smaller, denser package. This means that a small handful of dried fruit can contain an astonishing amount of sugar, often far more than you'd ever consume if you were eating the fresh equivalent. For example, a quarter cup of raisins can have around 29 grams of sugar, and that's incredibly easy to eat without realizing it. A single medjool date can contain 16 grams of sugar. When you start your day with a serving of dried fruit, especially if it's mixed into a sugary cereal or on its own, you're essentially hitting your bloodstream with a massive, concentrated sugar bomb. This rapid sugar absorption leads to a very high glycemic load, triggering a significant and immediate insulin response. As we've discussed, chronic high insulin levels and repeated blood sugar spikes are incredibly damaging to your arteries. They promote inflammation, cause oxidative stress, and contribute to the hardening and narrowing of blood vessels, precisely the conditions that lead to erectile dysfunction. The health of your blood vessels is paramount for getting and keeping an erection. If they're constantly stressed and damaged by excessive sugar, they lose their ability to expand and allow the necessary blood flow. So, while dried fruits might seem like a healthy grab-and-go option, for men over 60, especially those concerned about their intimate health, they can be a significant hidden source of dietary sugar that silently undermines vascular function. It's far better to opt for fresh, whole fruits in moderation, or even better, to pair a small amount of dried fruit with a protein source or healthy fats to slow down that sugar absorption. For instance, if you absolutely love dates, have one chopped up with a small handful of almonds, rather than several dates by themselves. Or sprinkle a tiny amount of dried cranberries into a bowl of plain Greek yogurt, alongside some nuts and seeds. It's about recognizing the concentrated nature of their sugar and treating them more like a dessert or a very small, occasional addition, rather than a primary breakfast component. Our sixth fruit to approach with caution at breakfast is pineapple. This vibrant, tropical fruit is loved for its sweet and tangy flavor and its unique enzyme, bromelain, which is often praised for its digestive benefits and anti-inflammatory properties. However, when we consider pineapple as a breakfast staple for men over 60, particularly concerning erectile health, a few points warrant closer attention. Firstly, pineapple is quite high in natural sugars, similar to mangoes. A cup of diced pineapple contains about 16 grams of sugar. While it does come with fiber, consuming a large portion on an empty stomach can still lead to a noticeable blood sugar spike. Consistent morning sugar spikes, as we've established, contribute to insulin resistance and chronic inflammation, both of which are detrimental to healthy blood vessels and overall metabolic function, factors crucial for maintaining strong erections. Beyond the sugar content, pineapple is also quite acidic. For some individuals, especially as we age and our digestive systems can become more sensitive, eating acidic fruits like pineapple on an empty stomach can cause digestive discomfort, acid reflux, or exacerbate existing inflammatory conditions in the gut. While not a direct cause of erectile dysfunction, chronic gut inflammation and discomfort can impact overall systemic inflammation, nutrient absorption, and even the gut-brain axis, potentially affecting energy levels and overall well-being, which indirectly play a role in sexual health. A healthy gut is linked to a healthy body, and consistent inflammation anywhere in the body can take a toll on vascular health. Moreover, while bromelain has benefits, some individuals can have sensitivities to it. Eating large quantities might not sit well with everyone, leading to subtle inflammatory responses in the body that can add to the overall burden of chronic inflammation. So, while pineapple offers unique enzymes and vitamins, its sugar content and acidity, especially when consumed as a primary breakfast item, can be problematic for consistent blood sugar regulation and general systemic inflammation in men over 60. You don't have to banish pineapple from your diet. Enjoy it in moderation, perhaps as a small, sweet addition to a protein-rich breakfast, like a few cubes alongside scrambled eggs or mixed into a plain Greek yogurt. Or, even better, enjoy it after a more substantial meal, when your stomach isn't completely empty, allowing for better digestion and a more gradual sugar absorption. It's about being mindful of how your body responds and choosing the most supportive ways to enjoy these delicious fruits. And finally, we arrive at our seventh fruit, one that often surprises people because it's widely celebrated for its health benefits: watermelon. Watermelon is incredibly hydrating, packed with vitamins A and C, and contains lycopene, a powerful antioxidant. It also contains citrulline, an amino acid that the body converts into L-arginine, which is then used to produce nitric oxide, a compound vital for relaxing blood vessels and improving blood flow, making it seemingly ideal for intimate health. Indeed, some studies have even linked watermelon to potential benefits for erectile dysfunction due to its citrulline content. So, why is it on this list of fruits to avoid for breakfast? especially if you're over 60. The key lies in how it's typically consumed for breakfast and its overall nutritional profile in that specific context. While it has beneficial compounds, watermelon is also very high in water and natural sugars, and it has a relatively high glycemic index. This means that when you eat a large portion of watermelon by itself for breakfast, particularly on an empty stomach, it can lead to a rapid and significant rise in your blood sugar levels, even though it has that beneficial citrulline. The sheer volume of quickly absorbed sugar can create a blood sugar spike that, when repeated daily, contributes to the very vascular damage we've been discussing throughout this video. For men over 60, who are often more susceptible to insulin resistance, this frequent morning sugar surge can undermine the very blood vessel health needed for erections. The benefits of citrulline might be outweighed by the negative impact of consistent blood sugar dysregulation. Furthermore, because watermelon is so high in water and relatively low in protein and healthy fats, it's not very satiating on its own. You might feel full briefly, but that quick sugar spike is often followed by a rapid crash, leaving you feeling hungry, lethargic, and reaching for more quick-fix sugary foods later in the morning. This cycle of sugar spikes and crashes can contribute to overall energy instability and metabolic stress, indirectly impacting libido and overall physical performance. So, while watermelon certainly has its place in a healthy diet, having a large bowl of it as your sole breakfast can set you up for a day of unstable blood sugar and miss out on crucial nutrients that provide sustained energy and support vascular health. The approach here isn't to eliminate watermelon, but to be strategic. Enjoy watermelon as a refreshing snack between meals, or incorporate a smaller portion into a more balanced breakfast. Pair a few slices with a protein source like cottage cheese, Greek yogurt, or some scrambled eggs, along with a source of healthy fats like avocado or nuts. This combination slows down the sugar absorption, provides lasting fullness, and gives you the benefits of watermelon's nutrients without the detrimental blood sugar roller coaster. It's about understanding that even healthy foods can have unintended consequences if consumed in isolation or in excessive amounts, particularly at the most vulnerable time of day for your blood sugar, first thing in the morning. We've covered 7 fruits that, while often seen as healthy, can subtly undermine your intimate health and overall vitality when consumed in large quantities or as your sole breakfast. We talked about how grapes, bananas, and mangoes, despite their vitamins and antioxidants, can lead to significant blood sugar spikes due to their high sugar content, causing inflammation and damage to your vital blood vessels. Then we delved into commercial fruit juices, even the 100% natural ones, revealing how stripping away fiber turns them into concentrated sugar bombs that wreak havoc on your blood sugar and arterial health. We highlighted dried fruits as potent sugar packets, far more concentrated than their fresh counterparts, again leading to detrimental blood sugar surges. And finally, we explored pineapple and watermelon, showing how even these beneficial fruits, with their enzymes and unique compounds, can become problematic when consumed in isolation for breakfast due to their sugar content and rapid absorption, potentially hindering the very blood flow essential for erections. The common thread woven through all these discussions is the impact on your blood sugar, and by extension, your vascular health. For men over 60, maintaining stable blood sugar and healthy, flexible blood vessels is paramount, not just for preventing conditions like diabetes and heart disease, but also for preserving that masculine vigor and intimate connection that enriches life. Remember, the goal here isn't to instill fear or to tell you to never eat these fruits again. It's about empowering you with knowledge, helping you make smarter, more strategic choices about what you put into your body, especially first thing in the morning. Small changes, when consistently applied, can lead to profound differences in your health and happiness. Instead of starting your day with a rapid sugar surge that sets you up for energy crashes and long-term vascular issues, consider breakfasts that prioritize protein, healthy fats, and fiber. think about incorporating eggs, Greek yogurt, nuts, seeds, and even some vegetables into your morning routine. If you love fruit, that's wonderful. Just be mindful of portion sizes and, most importantly, pair those fruits with other nutrients that help slow down sugar absorption. A handful of berries, which are generally lower in sugar and higher in fiber and antioxidants, mixed into plain yogurt with some almonds, is a far more supportive choice than a large glass of orange juice or a big bowl of grapes alone. Taking control of your intimate health and overall well-being at any age is a journey, and you are not alone in this. Many men over 60 experience these challenges, and the good news is that there are powerful, natural ways to reclaim your vitality. Understanding how seemingly innocent foods can have a significant impact is a huge first step. You have the power to make choices that nourish your body, support healthy blood flow, and rekindle that spark. Don't let these simple breakfast mistakes silently sabotage your health and confidence any longer. Make the shift, even if it's one small change at a time, and observe the difference in your energy, your mood, and yes, even in your intimate life. I truly hope this information has been helpful and eye-opening for you. If you found value in this video, please take a moment to share your thoughts or experiences in the comments section below. I love hearing from you and building this wonderful community. And if you're ready to make these positive changes and discover even more ways to optimize your health as you age, please give this video a like and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us bring more vital information like this to more people who need it. Remember, embracing wisdom and making informed choices about your diet is a powerful act of self-care. It's never too late to feel your best. Live vibrantly and truly thrive at every age. You deserve to live your best life, full of energy, confidence, and vitality.